This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
Mr. Samson is the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Hotel. So put some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. Not the big work. See how it's working like this here, and that's small work. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. We begin to see the beginner. Okay? Again, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is instead of beginner, and they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to be the one to be in the sidewalk if I also want to. So, thank you.
I'm on way playing, I'm on way play. I'm on the why pay no one knows. Why be your them are lost out and get your wife. My boy, you play. No way there, they go up with and I do. So Neo, Toto. Now I will was some more. So they can't. When I saw you, your way power. 90 how we power.
Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting on the big mark. See how it's working like this here, and that's small work. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. We begin to sit up together. Okay? Again, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner. And they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk. And I'm going to be the one in the sidewalk. If I all do it. So, thank you. I'm on way playing, I'm on way play. I'm on the why pay no one knows. Why be your them are lost out and get your wife. My boy, you play. No way there, they go up with and I do. So Neo, Toto. Now I will was some more. So they can't. When I saw you, your way power. 90 how we power.
Good evening, folks. Samson told I brought up the radio. I want to thank all of you again tonight that trooping in, not trucking in, folks. We don't truck people here. They troop in by themselves, and we really, really do appreciate all of you that are watching and still coming in. Thank you very much, and thank you very much. So tonight, We're going to do three things here. We're not going to have the analyst here tonight. Later on, we will be joined, hopefully, by somebody from the uh, uh, honorability party to discuss honorability, which I'm going to take time to do tonight. I want to thank all of you again that turned in. We say thank you very much. We appreciate you. Please stay here, stay with us. All we ask you to do is to please share this video as much as possible. Share it to as many people as possible if you can. Share it, share, so that our brothers and sisters will be able to join us as well. Thank you. Thank you. Safety, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. We want to thank you for the mercies of traveling. My Lord, we want to thank you for everything. We were on the road at night, yet you guide us. You guide us. Oh, my Lord, thank you. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for everything. My Lord, we say again tonight, thank you. We ask that you extend our life, continue to give us the opportunity, continue to bless all of us. Thank you, my Lord. My Lord, we ask again as we come before you tonight, the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the Republic of Liberia and its people solely in your hands, my Lord. Guide them, guide all of us. My Lord, we ask that the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Waka, be blessed. Extend his life, whichever thing he touches in the interest of the Liberian people, that indeed his hand will be blessed. Whichever door he knocks, my Lord, open the door in the interest of the Liberian people. You brought President Waka to us for the specific reason, and we ask him to guide him. We ask you, my Lord, continue to guide whatever it is that he's doing. Guide him. Guide him. We ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. That's how we do it. So first of all, let me start my tabata first. Let me start my tabata. The first thing I want to do tonight is to start the tabata with this picture of a gathering of African leaders that we heard so much about, folks. And I want to do some tabata on that one. Before I do anything else tonight. I will be talking about Musa ability, but let me do this thing here. You see, all of these people, these are all world leaders, African leaders, all over. Interesting thing here is this picture of these two individuals, the president of Guinea and the president of the Republic of Liberia. Guinea flags on that side, Liberia flags on this side. So they are not having a Liberian Guinea summit. The interesting thing is, the organizers see it fit, and I'm sure they are quite aware of the situation between Guinea and Liberia, and they see it fit to put them together, to let them sit together. That means these people have interest in resolving whatever is happening. And people are going around saying, my own little brother Gessi Jeru saying all kind of tabata. I'm a little brother, I can say whatever I want to say about you. And saying all kind of tabata here tonight. The president did what the president continued to do, and we were praising. Let me make him big, sir. Let me make him big. We will continue to praise the president for doing what he's doing for us. The president will not hear the drum beat or war drum beat and say, I'm going. No. No one has disrespected the president. These are all the leaders of a country, whether young or not. Dumbuya is also his people are watching, just like we were watching President Wakai. So any mistake, he was elected, remember, whether we like it or not. And so he represents the interests of his people. So he has to project the image of a strong person. You can't come to this kind of position and fool yourself and think, say, you're talking to a village chief or what have you. It is not the village chief issue. Let's go to the next picture. Yes, there's one picture here that everybody talk about. When was the last time you saw President Waka talking like this here, moving a hand and doing like this? He's always quiet, always hand to himself. Unless he extend his hand to shake people in. Other than that, he talks with his hands like this, fold his hand, or put his hand in his pocket. That's what we know him for. Not because he had a hand on the lap tonight, again, people come, they're talking all kind of tabata that it makes scared. Look at this picture. Look at this picture, my people. You look at the picture. Dumbuya is very, very serious. Granted. But look at President Wakai. Now, I used to make flour. I know how to make flour. My man, the thing doing that, not good thing. That's not good thing. You pushing me to the wall. Yeah, but oh man, the thing, yeah, no, begin. You pushing me, oh. You push. You see, look at President Waka. Unde hair turning. So is this guy. You pushing me, begin. He put your hand down. He's a diplomat. He kept going public like that, displays your hand. What are you guys talking about? So the president is pretty much in a position to say, let us don't do this. Because if we do this, we are going to destroy the entire Western region. Let us don't do that. The president is telling him, I'm giving you a lot of opportunities, my son. This does not require us to go to war, son. Now, what do you expect Dumuya to do? To cave in at this time? Dumuya is a former military man who served in French Legion or whatever they call himself over there. His behavior is all rigid. Everything about him is that straight. So he's not coming here to go back to the village and pick up the village behavior. So I'm going to tell you talking so. Let's go to the next picture. Another one. Okay, this one here. The president, you was talking. The president's again with a handful. This is how he always put his hands. President Baka is not new like some of us when we're talk. We put our hand on like we, people are supposed to be afraid of us. Nobody's scared of us, eh? Nobody's scared of us. We just talk, blah, 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 blah. But President Baka not like that. He tell you what he want to tell you, and what he put a hand like that, he put a hand between like well, it's not like he's afraid. I keep telling you, the president continued to say the future of the Republic of Liberia, whether we like it or not. That is the truth. That is the truth. We go to war, Liberia will fall back another 50 years. Look what we're doing right now. We're still crawling out of the hole we put ourselves in. And if you have a president who is saying, I'm not going to be embarrassed, it's not about me, it's about the future of this country. Yeah, other few people continue to use the opportunity to steal. Then some of us say, well, if the people continue to say, let's go to war and stop and chakla everything. But President Waka said, no, Mr. To, that's not what we're here for. We're not going to chakla nothing. We will make sure the future of this country remains stable. We have brought ourselves out of the war. He's saying, I will do what I can to take us out of this hole, President Waka. So I say, President Waka, who are you to say I'm not? No, but seriously. And I want to take the opportunity again to thank the madam, to thank her, Madam Waka, First Lady. Thank you. Continue to impress on our father. War is not good. Don't mind the drum beater. They say the old man scared. Okay. Okay. Like a business, Johnson. Okay. They say the old man scared. Okay. But we're not going to war. We're not. Y'all in America, just like me, finish eating heavy geba in America. Finish eating heavy fufu in America. Y'all eating heavy kasali. Yeah, then I want to go our children, our brother, their sister, their sponsor children to go fight. Y'all want to leave America to go fight? Y'all want to join them to go fight? We just stay and talk tabata. President Waka, don't listen to us when it comes to us. The dog, when you get in the town, the dog backing. Don't throw stone, President Waka. We're backing. Don't throw stone. Let us just talk. Leave her alone. Go do what you do, man. Go and do. Don't pay attention to us. Don't throw stone. Because when you throw stone, you waste your time. Do what you're doing. Make sure this country continue to survive under your leadership. We enjoy you, President Waka. Whatever people think say you scared, like you will be scared. You serving in door government. That you will be scared. You serving President Sadiq government. That you will be scared. The war came and met you in Liberia. The war left you back in Liberia. You president of the republic. That you will be scared. What kind of tabata is this here? But President Waka, don't blame us. Some of us, before we open the platform, We swallow heavy fufu. We sleepy. So we don't know what to say. Don't listen to us. Continue to protect the interests of the future Republic of Liberia. Thank you. That land, the Ghanaian will not take it. Thank you. Folks, that will be my tabata, beginning of my tabata for the night. Okay? That is the beginning of my tabata tonight. Let's move on to another tabata that I have. But what was it? What was the tabata? I think that's it. Eh? That's it, right? Yeah. So let's come. Victor, if you're hearing, Mr. Nagwe, Honorable Nagwe, if you're hearing, join me, please. So the liberal, as you all know, the liberal is an engineer. And so I'm from Grand Gila County. So the Granadians here in the Americas have an association called Grand Gila Association of in Americas. Okay. I'm one of the original drafter of the Constitution of the Grand Gila Association in America. Go look it up. So I've been with that group for a very long time. So because of my engineering ability, the group have pretty much overnight made me the Grand Gila Association engineer. You go and listen to some record. Samson told project engineer. So I've been doing a lot of projects for them for a very long time. So this time around, I'm not spring chicken anymore. Okay, I'm not spring chicken anymore. So I'm slowing a little bit, but I'm still 45. I'm slowing a little bit. So they asked me, okay. Few. Oh, come on, Samson. Yeah, well, I still think I can chew gum and walk at the same time, but I'm doing that. I'm biting my tongue little by little, my people. So y'all help me out tonight. All right. So let's go ahead. So I did this. We have a guy from Kenya that did the schematic drawing and things like that. But the fact that they don't live in Liberia, they couldn't put prices on their BOQ. So they give us all of the materials. They give us all of the material, the quantity. We have to come up with the prices. I'm the chairman for this project committee for the Grand Gila Association. So they have a convention, and they asked me. I even went to Grand Gila, did the picture and what have you, everything. I put it together along with the group. Smart guys, smart Grand Gila. They don't talk plenty like me. They're very quiet, but they're very intelligent, very smart guys. I'll tell you that. I work with them. Then you say, oh, you got their business. How you know when people are smart? You're so stupid like that. That what you think? Even I who's stupid like they are, I still know smart people. What wrong you say? I'm smart. They're smart. That's what I'm serving with them for. Y'all sit down there and run your mouth. I finish eating. Have a good talk about President Wakaske. No, okay, let's leave that one. I'll come back to that later. So, you're not coming on tonight. I already told them this is a one-on-one program tonight, so nobody's gonna join me except for the group. So anyway, in the process, Grand Gila Association decided to invite Honorable Musa Ability. And just like CDC now, Honorable Musa Ability party, it has smart Granadians among them. They are in leadership position as well. So Musa Ability is not somebody that just running here and there. But before I do that, let me give you a little bit of background here, a little bit. So I can't find that video. I've been looking for it for the last 2-3 days. I can't find it. About 2 or 3 years ago, I did a 2 days program on Musa Ability and FIFA about Musa Ability owing the suspending and all that kind of stuff. Musa Ability cleaned the clock of the FIFA president. The FIFA president was completely dislodged. He's so scared, according to the report that I have in my hand at the time. The man was so afraid of Musa Ability. He couldn't take on Musa Ability by himself. So what he did, according to the research that I did, what he did was to collaborate with other African football association, specifically the group in Cameroon, because the lady in Cameroon wanted that position. So Musa Berete is saying it's not about me. It is about the position African football. We cannot produce some of the best, and yet still we have no good seat at the FIFA level. We're making money for the people. They have to understand that we ourselves need to be represented on that and Musa ability of giving them hard time. They come up with Trump or churches, Babati, with the help from the group of Cameroon. So in that setting, the South African soccer also were participating. But they didn't like the way Musa Berete were being treated. So they didn't quit away. They didn't quit. They didn't move, move themselves from the group. They stayed. But they started formulating plans. And the paper that I had at the time, the paper they wrote about the president of FIFA and the group in Cameroon, it was diming. Completely, I mean, they destroyed them. Good thing Musa Berete, I don't think Musa Berete got his hands on those things. If Musa Berete had gotten a hand on paper, what I had, it would have been bad for the people. But Musa Berete cleaned their clock. So if Liberian people going, oh, Musa Berete, he got 10 years suspension because he eat that lie. So lie, according to paper. And that's just one group that I dealt with. In fact, I went as far as contacting the group in South Africa. And they started to say, okay, you're doing an investigation. I say, yeah. So they started sending me pictures. I mean, not picture, but photocopy of all of their communication. In one of the communications, the FIFA president, you know what he told the group? He said, we got to be careful. Musa Berete is a journalist. He can write. And he would turn this thing against me. That was the biggest fear he had. And you guys copied that and sent it to me. So I did a whole 2-day show on Musa Berete. Before Musa Berete became Musa Berete, before he even became representative, what have you. So I'm not saying all of these things here because Musa Berete is now Musa Berete party chief and so what have you. No. Another thing I want to say here. Back in the days when Liberty Party USA was formed, I'm one of the original members as well. So we went to Las Vegas with Councilor Bronsky. And we went to Las Vegas. Was it Bronsky? Yeah. We went to first it was what's his name? Asekaya, whatever his name, Asekaya, something. He always jumping here like grasshopper, political something. But they call him Asekaya, I don't know the last name. But he was Liberty Party chairman at the time. So we went to the place and we were telling him, when you go by, please, even though we know Liberty Party don't got money, but we wanna hang around because at that time I have not done the research. Musa Berete. I just believe what Liberian people were saying. I just believe what people say. We must try. I told the guy, I said we should try and stay away from people like Musa Berete. Even though he got money, but he had tainted record. If we hang around with Liberty Party, will not be looked upon favorably. I wanted Bronsky and people to stay away from specifically Musa Berete, because I didn't think Musa Berete was going to do good for us because of his record. False record, by the way. I'm saying false record now because I did a research myself. Okay, so I'm going to find that video someday and I'll play it here. So, moving forward, after I found out that Musa Berete didn't do anything, another thing they had, the Musa Berete took gas money. The same people that were accusing Musa Berete, we were the one accusing Musa Berete, and we in power now. Why Musa Berete not be dragging court? Why? You go try it. And we saw what Samuel Tua did to us. He cleaned our clock because we're rushing to judgment. That's ridiculous. Is that what we come to power for? We said you must prosecute those who stole the money. Investigate. Blah, 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 blah. When they open up stuff, what's the group again? The group that was seizing people taxes that time in the street of Montreal. That's how you do your investigation. Samuel Tua said, you come to Papa. I will show you. And Samuel Tua clean our clock. You try again. Why say you say we said now Samson Tua and you say Musa Berete or gas money? You're in power now. You're President Waka supporter. Why you can't take Musa Berete to court? I believe, I say, I believe we're standing on a faulty ground. That's why. So I'm giving you this little background of what I do know about Musa ability. First, on a very serious note, that from all my research and all the indication that I have, Musa ability did not eat FIFA money. They suspended whatever it is because the president, the current president, and that American here, he told Donald Trump, say you win on the war. That is him, man. That is him, man. So the man wanted that position at all costs, and he wanted support from Africa. Musa Belete was not particularly against anyone. Musa Belete argument has always been, we produce some of the best players in the world, come from Africa. Whether their parents live in Europe, whatever, but they are African descendant. And if they're gonna promote your FIFA and make money for we the African must have seat on the table, and they refuse. That was the confusion. And Musa Benete clean your clock, but because they were in majority, so they forced him out. But let's leave that one. So Samson told now, Clary, what the result? And he said Samuel 12 not found guilty, or or that liquor talk. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So, on a very serious note now, what I'm about to tell you right now, I am not against anybody. Far from it. Far from it. So, back in the days, 1981 to be specific, when I was going through my own hell, it was Thomas Kuomba, a Gilman from Nima County, saved my life in Monrovia. It was Marcus Don, that the late doctor, I will call their name now because they don't live here again. It was the late Dr. Marcus Don, who used to live in Ohio, took me in through the advice of Thomas Kuomba. And they got me out of Liberia, brought me back to the state. And Nima people, they're not grandchildren people. If it was grandchildren people, I don't think that would have been dead. I say so. Yoko sue me. I say so. Nima people saved my life. I will not lie on that one there. Yoko sue me. I got document to show. The thing I had to come play tonight. So when Dr. Don, when I came, he had just gotten his BSc degree in geology. He was working with a steel company in Canton. So I was here. He took position. Though told him to come home and take a position. He took a position at a housing, I believe, a deputy. So he was in Liberia. I was here now. By the time he left, I was, my life it was still a mess. But he and his family had put me in a little bit position where I could be able to walk on my own, so to speak. Okay. So quite recently, before Dr. Dan, who passed away now, when I went to Liberia about 3 years or so, 4 or 5 years ago, I spoke with him. And he told me, well, things are not that great because he was not feeling well at the time. But one of my little brother here was helping me. I said, "Who is that?" He said, "Musa." The guy's name is Musa Berete. At that time, yeah, I've heard Musa Berete. I've never met him before in my life until 2 nights ago. So I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Samson, but I took phone for him. I took other stuff for him. He said thank you." And one of the advice he took me, gave me, and said, "When it's getting dark, please go home and stay to your place because the place is a lot of things happening here in this country." So when he was getting ready to come back, he was very, very ill at that time. It was Musa ability who helped him to transport him from as being so sick to transport him from Monrovia. Having had the opportunity, he know Ellington very well. He and Ellington serving path. They know each other real. They're good friends. Good friend that Ellen know Marcus down like anything else. They all know each other real well, but they were not helping. It was Musa ability to help him to transport Marcus down to the United States to seek medical treatment. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. But before that, I called about maybe a month or so before his passing. I called. At that time, it was very difficult to hear him. He said, "When you see my little brother Musa, tell him, say thank you. He did well, Samson, because he always referred to me as his son." He said, "I'm telling you these things." So he told me how Musa helped him to come over. So every time in fact, during the time that I was talking about him, talking to him, in the back of my mind, that was before. At that time, I've already done the research. In the back of my mind, I said, "This what really now has strengthened my belief that Musa was lied on." When Dr. Don told me that, he's also from Secretary Dr. Don, by the way. So anyhow. So I'm just giving this background. This is not. I've never met Musa before until uh, 2 nights or so ago. So let's go back now. This is the story now. Let's go back to Grand Jury Association convention. So let me put this up. Musa Ability was invited by, you see the project back here. I'm managing that project. I'm the chairman for the project committee. So this is Musa speaking. Okay. But let's go back to that. Let's go back to this here. Okay. So Grand Jury Association invited Musa to be the launcher and the guest speaker. And I have the video of his speech and things, but I'm not going to play those things because this is political season. And in politics, some of us are very good at that. We take small thing and turn it upside down. So if you want it, you'll go find it. It will not come from me. You'll go find it somewhere else. He didn't say anything bad. I know that. But I don't want to come and play a video here and somebody say, "Oh, I got it from LPR." No. Go find it somewhere else. But let me say this. So Musa Ability was invited. He came in. When he came in the hall, I was there. And the hall, they welcomed him. They welcome him really, really well, really well. And I think he can say that. And if you look here now, speaking, this is, I clue this from the video. On the side, the lady here is Dr. Francine. You know it. On the right hand side now, the guy with the goggle used to be president of Grand Jury Association, former president Timmons Collins. Very, very brilliant, another brilliant young Nigerian. I know him. I know who he is. He has done so much good for the association. He did so much good for the association. It's unbelievable. Okay, so I know him very well. So for him, I'm not surprised that he's with them. Okay, so anyhow, Musa Ability came on and he spoke, and he said that he wished that Nigerians, before you invite anybody to the to Nigerian convention, the people must be able to pass. Oh, so that they must pass special tests. Don't just bring people to your association to speak to you. Wonderful speech. Wonderful speech. He talked about Putu Mountain, very much in the interests of the association and its people. He talked about Putu Mountain, and he gave us an example how Nima situation has not done well for Nima County, and that we should be mindful. We Nigerians should be mindful about these kinds of concessionaire that's going around. Did that. Up behind us now, the guy. This is the first platform is where Honorable Victor Namwe and the chief that where I played was sitting. On top of that, where Musa Ability then was sitting. Honorable Musa Ability then was sitting. Okay, let's play the whole video, and then I will come back to say this. All right. So these are the people. All right. So Musa ability now, okay, he has been going with we're all seeing on social media how he wants to build bridges and want to build bridges for other community. He wants to carry road to other community. In fact, he stated, he said there's certain place in Grange that they have not seen car, and I know the place. So he wants to help them to build the road. I'm an engineer, civil engineer, roadway engineer, one of the best. I say so. You don't believe me? Put me to test and tell me if I can make it. Samson told. I say I'm the best. If you don't believe me now, bring tests. Come and talk to me. Ask me some questions and see if I can answer them. I say I'm the best. In the roadway business, don't bring it around me. You will leave in the dirt. I will leave you behind. But anyhow, so I thought to myself, this man is spending all this money, his own money, his own money. It is not like he's investing in something to have dividend in return. Nothing. He's not getting fastened by that money he's taking for his family, from his children's mouth, and spending it on Liberian future. If someone like that would do that kinds of work, eh? Who am I to sit down and allow the future of the work or the future of the country through Musa ability go in vain? So I thought to myself, you're engineer. So I been contacted. First I contacted a friend who contact on mobility. He said, "Oh yeah, we'll call him. We don't mind." I wanted to help. I still do want to help. So I contact other people who has contact with him that I want to help. We're still working on it, and hopefully they will take my offer as an engineer and let me help them. I'm not here for the money. I'm broke. I don't have money. I don't have money. Let me bring in the person who's going to be representing Musa Ability and his group tonight. He's not here to. There's no friendship here. This is not our tabata. This is a very serious business. You guys have seen the guy myself go ahead here, but that's a different issue. Let me bring in Victor Namwe. Namwe, thank you for joining me tonight. We appreciate it, sir. But let me go on.
Lebron, it is good to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm just yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Musa ability now harmonize your internet too, eh? But anyway, let me lay the work. So I said I want to help. Okay, thank you. I think you need to go and come by in because your stuff is not CMC. So I thought I'm going to help. If they offer, if they ask me again, what I'm not, and I told them this, I'm not going to run behind anybody anymore. I've run behind Smith Toby. I want to help free. Oh yeah, we like that. They just do like this. Because one of the things I understand as I continue to go to libraries, if you're not in their club or student club, they don't want you around and have no interest. There's a project. No. Water Carter will come to you when Nabwe and myself in. Then we'll call you in for you to give your view. Tonight, Nabwe representing the CMC. So please, my brother, we'll come to you. I was involved in a project. I'm not going to say what the project is, but the director of that place wanted $80,000 kickback. I know this, $80,000. So they wanted me to. The first thing is, let me bring in Namwe here again. Namwe, please just bear with me, my brother. Just bear with. Can you hear me now? Oh, Namwe, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but your video is just going, it's getting stuck or something like that. I don't know what happened.
Can you
see when you move, it gets stuck and stuff.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know.
I think
don't know.
yeah. Like Wilton, then Terry, then and
why you want to call the
Sissy
other
Goya,
people
then they
name?
don't
Why
want
you
to
want to
come up
call the
here and
other
talk
people
about the
name? Why you
same
can't
thing.
call? Why you can't call your party
You
chairman?
know
If the people are not
that
harmonize your So let me wrap
that
it up
the
so I can
Tudo,
close
then
up here for a sec.
that the
Yes.
Tudo, then they want me to come and talk about.
Let me wrap that one up so I can bring Nabi and myself and have the conversation. So I said I wanted to help. Okay. So I'm still offering my help because the Musa ability can put bridges down. There was a specific bridge that he put down. I believe it's in Alabama County or so one other county. But you can tell that this was bad. They put the bridge down, and the road that is coming to the bridge, that connecting to the bridge, the way up the hill. And as soon as your car comes from up the hill, you're on the bridge. You don't have time to correct anything, and it's in the curve. Dangerous. Those are the kind of things that I can do to help. I don't have the money, but I have the knowledge. So I'm still offering them. I hope they will get back with me, and we'll go on. Namwe, thank you for joining me. We appreciate it. Can you hear me now? Namwe, can you hear me? Namwe, can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me?
No, that's what I'm going in and out.
Okay. All right.
I
So
just turned this thing on, so I think it's trying to set. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Okay. I think it's getting better little by little. Can you hear me still? You see, you're frozen again, though. Can you go in? What are you using? Phone or laptop? Okay, go in and come back. So what? Yeah, Maestro, thank you for joining me tonight. We appreciate it. So Musa Ability was there at the conference. He came in. Grand Gideon's open. The amount of crowd, the women, the amount of crowd that went to meet Musa Ability was unbelievable. I was in the hall. I felt proud. I felt very proud to see that the son of Nima will be welcomed by Grand Gideon in that function, in that faction. So Musa Ability was seated, and the program started happening. And I hope Nabe will join me here. Okay, I hope Nabe will join me here, and we can start the conversation. But let me go on. Why he's still there? So anyway, this is the presentation of this project. Okay, and the presentation of this project when I did it, right? Like I said, I explained to Grant, it's going to be $1 million project. Okay, it's a big project. They have football field, and they want it to be monetized. So we have all kinds of the materials that are going to be on the football field and track and field. We have kickball, we have basketball, we have volleyball. Okay, we have picnic hall. Okay, we have administrative building. Okay, so we have everything. And the folks from Kenya that did that, the only different and the only thing I got about it, all of their calculations, all of their names of the material they had were in British. And you know what I'm going with that. So I have to go and convert most of those stuff so that we'll be able to understand what exactly what. But they did a wonderful job. They did a wonderful job. As an engineer, if I have that kinds of stuff from an architect, it's very easy for me to put my numbers on it. Okay, because when I did the research on some of the numbers they had, it's the same. So I'm very proud of it. But anyway, I did my presentation both in the morning and in the evening. In fact, they gave me on a wall. But one of my walls there, my wall over there, they gave me on a wall, president award. On this, while I'm talking this thing, I'm waiting for Namwe to join me. They give me the president award for being dedicated. I mean, this is a community organization. Why would I want to stay away from it? And it's exciting. Many of my friends those guys, those days that we used to run around when we go to graduate association convention. We were the people. Now all are all holding king now. Some of my friends them, they can't even come out. I call one of the guys. He said, "My man, I in bed. I watching TV. You watching TV in bed." Okay, let's try Nabwe again. Nabwe, Nabwe, are you there now?
I'm
Yeah,
here. Can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah. Much better.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me. So
It's good to be here with you, man.
thank you. I hope you were listening to some of my background message here.
I was, let me tell you this, right? I'll be honest, I really didn't like you much, you know. But the more I listen to you, the more I'm really beginning to appreciate because you're connected to a lot of my good people that I know. Dr. Marcus S.G. Dunn was your friend. Marcus was my mentor. He brought me into the UPP. PPP then before even UPP. Dr. Marcus S.G. he gave me my first real job. That was a bunch of us coming out of high school. The late Samuel W. Sabwa, um, the late Smith D. Kuman, Edward T. Fallon now in Monrovia. We had just come out of Tottenham High School. And Marcus was the deputy for technical services, working with Oscar Queer at the National Housing Authority with the late Samuel Tote. Samuel Tote was the deputy for administration.
Right.
Yeah, but he said to us, look, suckers, come over here and go make some money and earn some real, honest living. Give us our first job at the Stephen Tall Estate, the last few units towards the town hall, the city hall. We built those. And Marcus, we go way back. I was listening to you. Yes, he fell ill in his last days. His wife Karen, you were talking about, a very nice woman. Karen, we're still in contact. But yeah, Marcus left the UPP to go and support that President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Right.
Yes, and you're right. When he became ill and he needed her. I don't think she came through. I was on
No,
this side.
it was Musa. It was Musa who came through. And
Absolutely.
when he got here, we talked, and he told me about it. When I went by, before he came, I went by. He was in Liberia, and I saw few things to him, and he was telling me. So I asked him how before he used to teach at LU, and
Yes.
then when he started getting sick and things like that, that calmed down. So I asked him, how are you going around it? So he said, "Oh, my little brother here, Musa Ability. Have you heard of him before?" Yeah. And you mean the guy who they accused falsely? Because at that time I've already done my research.
Right.
He said, "Don't mind no people, man, something." But anyhow, yeah, that's Dr. Don.
So yeah, that's Dr. Dunn. And yes, I was listening to your journey to kind of understand and discover Musa's ability. I mean, I went on a similar journey. We may not have traveled through the same landscape, but I was here last year or so, or late 2020, 4, 5. And his people approached me. He's then forming the CMC, and I said, I all my life I've been with the UPP. I only supported the CPP of Mr. Alexander Cummings in this going elections, and just trying to mind my business, going back to the UPP. But I come on the airways to tell the progressive story because I thought our story was being distorted by people who have absolutely nothing to do with our story.
They have no clue. They have no clue.
And
the thing is, they standing on our sweat.
Exactly.
Then they want to make me. I will deal with that.
Absolutely.
When I come by from Liberia, when I come by, I start doing every Saturday a progressive show. You didn't I'm still alive. I know more
you're
things.
still here, and that's what we have to do. Revisionist historians, trying to tell the story like they know what it was.
These are people that save you.
Exactly.
Those
so
days,
yeah, so people came up to me.
You want to get job. Your parents then got to come from the country and get the pure cow. We save you. You want to come maybe more. But anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you.
It's good to be here, man. It's good to be here with you.
Let's go on the program. I gave them the background. Right, Honorable Musa Ability was invited, and he gave a wonderful speech.
He did.
Of course, I'm not going to play the video because, like I said, it's a political season, even though it ain't done yet. But I don't want anybody to take what I play here and then take it and go do something. Let them go find it somewhere else and they can play that. But what Musa said, I thought was very interesting was for us grandchildren to be mindful and not to have what happened to them in Nibat and the mountain to happen to us. That we should get involved as early as soon as possible, and that when you allow these things to take root, to change them, they're very difficult to do. One thing, and another thing was that anybody that you're going to invite to speak at your convention, let the person pass at least some tests that the person have the ability to do certain things, which we really appreciate. But the reason why I want to discuss with you guys tonight, I also told you I'm hoping that my offer still stand as an engineer, and I said watching Musa ability, trying to build the future of the country, and but I don't see because he's into infrastructure, and I don't see those things are being done properly from an engineering perspective, and because of that, and the fact that I am one of the best roadway designer around here. I'm not going to pull punch it on that one. Anybody don't believe me, let them bring a test and then we can go through that. I don't mind offering my service to his effort because what I believe is this: the money, and I told him that night. The money he spent, if you look at it, he's taking it from his children's mouth because that money that for his family, that not Liberian people money. He taking it from what I stand now, taking it and using it on the future of Liberia. And if he's using anything on the future of Liberia, first of all, he's investing in the future of Liberia. And that type of investment, there's no dividend coming back to him. He's not going to get money back to him. What he's going to get is the goodwill from the Liberian people. Okay. Then the question that I asked myself was, if this man is doing this, spending millions of dollars, why should I sit here, knowing what I know, to let it be done? The bridges are being built correctly. I'm not questioning the bridge, but the connection to the bridges, the role that the bridge is supposed to be connecting, the process of that is faulty. It's faulty. I've seen several of his projects, and the connection is faulty. And I thought that I could offer my engineering help in that area. Now, let's go on. My offer still stand. If on mobility and his people feel that I can help, they can. They got my number. They can contact me.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was coming on and I was listening to your narration, and I was a little bit taken aback that a guy of your caliber, offering your services. I know you say you talked to my buddy Smith Toby. I didn't know that.
Oh, Smith Toby myself. But go and eyes. Focus on Africa.
Right.
So Smith Toby now, a true story. Smith
Right.
Toby, I called him and I explained to him that I wanted to help. So he said, Minister at that time, Fambutu was the minister at the time.
Okay.
So he said he's coming to the office tomorrow, and then we'll let you talk to him. I said, okay. I called back. He started yelling. You think that small job we're doing here? Eh? We are over there in America. I said, but my man, you told me to call you. He started yelling. So I said, okay, leave it alone. So he was invited. They invited him on focus on Africa. I mean, on Liberia. Dennis Yah. So Dennis Yah also invited me. So I told Dennis Yah, I said, may bring him. I will deal with him tonight. So I explained. He said, no, I will deal with him. He said, no. I said, I want to do it. So he came. As soon as he said, Mr. Toh, I'm sorry. Smith Toby apologized publicly. That, that he didn't mean harm. And I said, okay, let's forget it. But that's besides that. So anyway, my offer stand. But let's go to the issue which
let's not make light of this offer that you are making, Mr. Toh. I want to thank you very much. You're a Liberian. This is about Liberia. We all are trying the best we can to collectively live the country, and that you're making this offer, without any strings attached, requesting nothing in return. I think this is significant. and this is something that we definitely should pick up quickly. I'm glad you were at the program. I told you over and over. I want the political leader to meet.
We
And
met. We finally met him.
luckily
But
you were able to do that. So now, I can then make reference to a face, and he has your clip. He has a number of the clips on the show. I'll let him know. So yeah, I hope in very quick time, we can get in touch with you.
but
And now having
that doesn't mean. Let me say quickly. That doesn't mean that I'm joining you guys.
no,
You
I
will
know
go
we
with
know
my
you.
engineering. Okay.
We know you will vote for us. You just don't know it yet, but it's okay. It's okay. The CEO can be listening. You will not do nothing to you.
I will vote for them. Okay, let's leave that one. Let's leave that one here. But let's go back.
The CEO, he told me, he said, you see, liberal here. I didn't know. You got to joke. He said, look, man.
Yeah, the project. I'm the chairman for
Of
the
the ball,
no,
right?
not the board, the chairman for the committee, the project committee. I am
Oh,
the chairman.
Grand Judah, yes.
Yeah, so we did all of the and that's another feeling on the part of the people that were organizing. We did not we the people offer us money, but we did not show them what we have. And I thought that night was a time to show what we had. But of course, this is organization. I'm
But
just an
let me ask you this. I know that night the fundraiser was for a park, correct?
yes.
Okay.
The
Um, the park is going to be built in Zwedru. I
Right.
didn't read up.
At the
Okay.
university. And that's why, and that's the problem that I have. Here you are now. You guys are offered to give us money, but
Right.
many of you do not have the clear idea of what this project is about.
Right.
And I thought because of you guys being at that night, I thought it was the best time to show what we have, even if we didn't do all of it.
Yes.
But at the time,
I mean, I expected, at these kind of fundraisers, some kind of presentation.
yeah,
But then I don't know what package they sent to Miss Ability. Even though
I hope
he
whatever
had
they send, but even if
yeah.
they send a package to him, it does it's paled in comparison to what we were going to explain
Okay.
based on because these things are the infrastructure. They are is it constructible? And if he listened to the and Musa Bill is a very smart guy. If he listen, even though he's not an engineer, but if he listened to the comment, to the presentation, and everything else, he will be able to pull one and two together, and they might have been able to give more. You know,
Yeah.
but as far as I'm concerned, the association sold themselves shut. I was there. I spent all that money to go there, but they decided and they are the leaders. It doesn't. I'm older than all of them. Let's put it that way. All of them.
Well, I can tell you this. The
But they are my leaders. I respect them.
yes, and I appreciate that. Like we should do, we should respect our leaders, even though we should question their decisions, but we'll respect them. But I know that in January when I was in town, Mr. Collins, who was sitting there with you, Tillman, the former president of
Another decent Grandian. That's for
very
sure.
good
I
young
worked for him
man.
for many years.
And
As
we're proud
as
that
an engineer.
Tillman is our vice chair global for
Yeah.
political affairs.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have your spot there with me. But Mr. Mr. I keep sneaking it in. I know that I told you that and the vet like nothing. But anyway, so but Tillman, he had a team to go to Grand Judah and laid a very good foundation. When we returned to the States a few weeks later, the Miss Ability and the team went to Grand Judah. So the point I'm making is we intend to do a lot of work in Grand Judah, and that's what he was telling the group that night. For instance, there's a road project that he
Yes.
earmarked in Bazan District.
Yeah, going
Uh,
all the way
oh,
to Moore.
exactly. That project
So
will cost us nothing less than $500,000.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So the park and other things that I think will be happening in Grand Judah. The good thing is,
Well, yes, yes,
this
they
is
think
this.
about that road now. Now you're gonna spend $500,000 plus on a road that you don't have a alignment drone. I don't believe you have on a
Okay.
road that you're gonna only widen footpath. However way the footpath goes, that's how the road gonna go because you don't have an alignment. And you will meet up with some hill. What do you do then?
Right.
How much you want to cut down? You have none of those things. It's just gonna be and he's a politician. He's not an engineer. Ellen
That's
used to
true.
do that. Even here in this country. I give you an example. I did a project here, not too far from here in Chico. So we did a project. I, did a sidewalk. Everything was done. We're getting ready now to go for construction. And I was the big guy. He went to visit the community, and they said, "Oh, Mr. Amaji, his name was, say, this project over here, Build 22. We like to have that small area that you're closing. We like for bypass for bike to go through there." He said, "You want bike?" Yeah. He said, "You got it. We finished design everything. I'm done. I've closed my book." He said,
Right.
"You want bike? You got it." Without even consulting us, the engineer. He's an engineer, by the way. So he came back and called the project engineer and said, "Oh, can you guys put a bike over here?" So they called me. But of course, they told me. So I told him, Amaji, you acting like somebody in Africa, somebody lead us in Africa. He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You went over there and told the person you're going to give them back when we're already done." He started laughing. I never thought of it like that. But I had to go back because he has not been in construction. I had to go back and redesign that whole thing, the bike,
Okay.
make it into a complete street. They call it when you put a bike and then whatever they make it into a complete street. Did that. Okay. So it's the same thing here with our mobility. I'll get your role. What involved in the road process,
Right.
he doesn't have to, that's not his issue.
So,
It is
Leroy,
the
you
issue
will
of many of you.
you will continue, but I see the comment section here is busy, and I don't mind addressing some of this stuff. I know you have a few questions you want us to discuss, but I keep this repeated question about where you're getting the money from and all of that. And
Yeah,
let me say
yeah, yeah,
yeah
yeah, yeah, yeah.
let me say this to my friends who are asking. One, Mr. Ability is a businessman. He's being a
No, they're
businessman.
not talking about you guys. They're asking the Grandida people
Oh, the
question.
Grandida people.
Yeah,
Okay.
not you, not
All
you.
right.
Who
Okay.
in the right mind or right? Who will ask where you get money from?
Okay.
The
Okay.
only ever will be that.
Because I was going to go on and tell them about
No,
the
no,
Ability,
you
the
don't need to.
Ability
You don't need to.
Foundation,
You
which
don't need
is
to.
our major fundraiser. Okay. All
You
right.
don't
So
need to.
then, yeah. So look, these are interesting things that you're telling us. Even I have to tell you though, we do have a resident engineer, but notwithstanding, some of the things you're pointing out, those are things that I intend to convey to Mr.
I don't
Ability.
want. You're my guest. I don't want to show your resident engineer picture. Some of the pictures I copy from your stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
done. Don't show me. Even though I'm not scared nothing, but don't show me.
No, the young man is very smart. I'm not questioning him, but I think they're gonna need. I think he's still gonna need help. Okay, and I don't want him to feel like I'm not.
So
I don't
the other
want it.
thing I was going to mention is, if you remember, back in July of last year, we had this kerfuffle over the Jaw River Bridge. That was because the Ministry of Public Works,
Now,
uh, yes, were telling us that we had not submitted our specs.
yes. So
For
if I
so
were with you guys,
yes,
since I'm also a political guru, not one of the engineer, but a political guru, Musa ability on a very serious note, you put a bridge down. They're supposed to give you the right of way. Public work minister is supposed to give you the right of way of the
okay,
area that you can work. You can't go and just take people land. They have to give you area and say this is government land. This is the road. This is the weight of the road. You can't put if they have 75 feet, you can't put 250 feet bridge. You have
correct,
to stay within the right of way. Okay. So you ask them where your right of way. They don't have it. So you go, okay, we're gonna put this bridge down here. What is your you don't say Musa Berete is not the person who's supposed to submit spec to public work. Musa Berete can go to public work and say, this is my intent. Do you guys have a designer that we can use? If not, we will use our own. But when you go in there, you carry a camera with you. You're a politician.
So the problem with that is, and this is with the utmost respect to the Minister of Public Works, the problem with their quotes is that sometimes their quotes seem to come almost 3 to 4 times hours for the same price, for the same specs, and so that's why we don't use their designer. But notwithstanding, we submit our specs there to make sure, like you said, to align with the ministry's specs. And once they approve, I'll give you an example: the George River Bridge. They wanted the bridge for about $3.8 million, if I get my numbers right. I think so. And we could build that thing for less than I think we're building it for $500,000 or so. So you look at it, you look at the difference and go figure. So that is why we shy away from using the designers, and but we make sure to submit our work for their approval to make sure the work our designs meet the specifications. That's how we roll. But yes, I think your advice could be an added bonus advantage
No,
for us, and
no.
I
I
don't
mean,
see
I'm
why.
just saying. I'm just
You
saying.
know, I
Musa
mean, I
Bility.
know you will not be a Trojan horse and give us, on behalf
Oh,
of
I
the
could
rescue
be. I
team,
could be.
and
I
you
could
see,
be.
you see
If
what I'm
I
talking
see you,
about?
if I see you start chapping away from rescue.
Exactly. You give us some your moment
No,
design.
no, no. On a very serious note, it's about the country that we all know. So what I'm saying here, for example, the bridge Musa Ability is talking about that he's gonna build, or even the road he's gonna take to plow. Okay,
Yeah.
it is not a big deal. Okay, I'm sure these young people that you have, they know about an alignment and what have you.
Okay.
But my thing is, how big is the road?
Right.
That is one. Number one. Second, what happened when you meet some uh, area that
Obstacles.
require bridges?
Right.
And going to plow, you're gonna cross mini river or
Yeah.
mini creeks
Right.
that you're not gonna dam, or you're not gonna put dirt over it. Okay, what
Right.
happened in the town? Those roads go. Do you still go through the town, or you're gonna have a bypass?
Bypass.
So
Right.
those are things the engineer that is working with you're supposed to have by now. Go make at least 2 trips on that road and come back. Say, Mr. Biddleton, you offer these people, but these are the conditions. And Mr. Biddleton can adjust to even going back there to meet, because
Right.
there's certain area. For example, you want to go, you're not going to go through the people town. Even if you're going through the town, that means you're going to split the town.
That's right.
And the road you put in there, you're talking future condition.
Yeah.
And once the road, the motor, you go there, some town right now in the obscene corridor was split. So it's not a big deal. Okay. I drove in that area before. It's not a big deal. So, but the thing is, what happened when you pass the town? What happened when you have a hill? What happened when you have a creek? What
You
happened
know,
when you get a big?
talking about this, most of the major towns I know here, they split. Kawikan is split.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. They split.
Fishtown is split. It looks like most of the major towns the roads
Yeah,
pass through.
they were
But
all,
look, I'll tell you,
yeah, yeah, that's
yeah,
what
I'll
they
tell you
had.
this, LeBron. We could definitely use your help. I mean, I'm not going to speak ahead of myself here, but I know the political leader has made it clear to us he
But
intends to.
y'all got to be careful now when asking for help from me. I have my 2-year-old now. He's 16 now. I'm not going anywhere until he got out of high school. So y'all get up there. Y'all keep that.
Well, this is the age of technology, right? Social
Right,
media and all
exactly,
of that. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, a virtual gathering can
Right,
happen, and
right.
yeah, I
So
mean, whenever you can, yes, if you start associating with the project, yeah, we'll like you on the ground, but where it may not be, possible at the time,
no, I don't. I'm
I
gonna go
think
to Liberia every year. There's no question.
exactly. So,
I'm going
so
to
most of
Liberia
the
every year.
so
In
most
fact,
of
as
the
we
things they
speak
can
now,
do with you,
I'm hoping to go back. There's a project that I'm involved with in Basel that I'm going to be going to. Yeah, maybe at the end of the month or something like that. So, yeah, I'm doing my best. But here's the thing. Here, let's jump onto this convention here, for which I
yes,
call you guys here tonight.
sure,
So our mobility accepted the invitation, and you guys shows up.
right,
The welcome of our mobility was on over the hill. Was very, very well. The Grandidian well received on mobility with
Yes.
no reservation, and you were there, you saw it. In fact, I saw
Absolutely,
you.
and
I
I
saw
gotta,
you
and
walking.
I have to give it to Grant Jeter. Every time the political leader shows up, whether it is here in the diaspora or in Liberia, I mean, his last visit to Grant Jeter is being compared to the vice president visit, and many of the commentators actually give us an edge over the vice president visit in terms of the reception. So yes, we have to give it up for Grant Jeter. The terrain is very receptive to us.
Okay,
We have Representative Jacob DeBee and other people associated with us. We think they are helping us to propagate the message, and we intend to return the favor. We know
right.
Granger appreciates us, and we are not going to forget. We intend to also return the favor.
Thank you. So let me ask you a few questions here now. Musa Ability was at the convention.
Right.
He entered the convention. I think you and I talk about that, and I'm going to discuss that here publicly as well.
Right.
He entered. The table that I was sitting in, I mean sitting around, and there was other people around, and we saw Musa Ability up on a podium, and behind him he has seven folks that many people around that table consider to be security guard.
Right.
Is there any reason for that?
First of all, no. I don't even know of anybody on that podium who was a security person. Yeah, maybe a few of the young fellows because there are maybe one or two fellows I just met for the first time. But most of the people on the stage there with him, our officers here in the U.S. We had just had a program in Philadelphia, right? That was one of the major reasons why he came. The weekend prior to this program, we're in Philadelphia, and so the crew that prepared for our program in Philadelphia kind of took over and extended their work to this program. So most of the people you saw on stage there are from the Philadelphia chapter. You saw the guys like Mr. Ansu Dukle, Mr. Asumana Kole, most of those guys that came from Philadelphia. They're not security people. Ansu Dukle, for instance, is our
No, I
is our
mean the folks that were standing up
yeah.
behind. They were not
That's what I'm
sitting.
saying. There may have been two or three people standing up, but you said
No,
about
no,
seven.
seven. There were seven of them, including one
Yeah,
of them.
if they were standing up, they probably didn't have enough space to sit. I don't know. I wasn't really because they were behind me.
Now where there
So
you guys were guests. If those people standing on the stage, if they wanted a seat, they would have been giving seat.
I
It's not
agree.
like they hall was. So let's just assume they are security.
The security. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So one other question. Why did the honorable man left through the back door?
I don't know. In fact, I was sitting on stage, and one of the guys I was just telling you about, and came to tell me that he was in the back and he needed to talk to me, and so I got there and I realized he was getting ready to leave. Prior to his coming, there were discussions about him not attending to the end of the program. Yes, he could have probably, exited in a more formal way, but maybe not to disrupt the program because the fundraiser was still ongoing. But I had told, for instance, Mr. Collins and Tillman and other people that my wife and I, for instance, we drove 3 hours one way, and the program
I was
is still
driving back and forth Philadelphia to Baltimore,
exactly.
all two nights straight.
Exactly. So the program was built for the invitation said 7 o'clock, but the actual start time was 8 o'clock. That program did not start until around 10 o'clock. So he had sent a message in advance that he was timing the program because he was in communication. He wanted the program to start before 10, but that didn't happen. So once he made his comments and made our pledge, our donation, I think he may have told because the president was on stage with him. Miss Paul was on stage with him, so he may have communicated his departure with her. I don't know. Like I said, I was down below, closer to where you were sitting. So when I got called in the back, that's when I realized he was getting ready to leave, and so I told
So
my
let me
wife that,
let me let me make my own observation, make my point, and please disagree with me.
okay,
And that's what I ask you to join me to push back, and you can push back as strong as possible. I hope you do. This is what I think. like I said, Musability, from all my, actually, that's my first time meeting him. I never met him before. But like I said, I did some serious research about him.
Okay.
And from that research, I understand he's not a bad person at all. And all of the video of Musability, everything else that he stands for, is always being for the interest of the Liberian people. He has asked for the auditing of the house
Yes.
he served.
If you read what's written under my name right now, can you read that for the audience, Liberal, please? Thank you very much.
It said audit the legislature now.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. So these are things you
And
serve.
to add to that, just today, Mr. Ability released a very short statement again, appealing to the president of the Republic of Liberia because, according to him, he has written several letters, including the leaders of the House, to audit the legislature, and nobody paid him no head, no mind. He tried to introduce a bill. That bill was killed. But
Of
I
course.
can tell you, Liberal, you and I know this because we're educated people. About 90% to 95% of the problems we're having in our country originate from the House, the legislature.
And this is where Musability, being the political leader, whichever way the Liberian people turn this, that he will be very helpful from my perspective. And I'm not here, folks. I'm not here to campaign for Musability. Musability, I don't even know. You
Yeah,
don't
you
know
know,
him.
I'm reading
I do know.
all the
Yeah,
funny
don't mind
comments
that.
there. Yeah,
Don't pay attention to the people.
I ain't gonna pay
They,
them no
they
mind.
know we know each other. We know each other. We'll go ahead when you leave. Okay.
But the only comment I'm interested in is Mr. Ketter's comment. And I'll read it for you because I know you said you
Comment.
refuse to highlight it, so I will read it. I don't understand what Liberal is saying here. He wants to help, but he is not ready now. What is it that you want, Liberal?
Yeah,
That's
well,
not from
yeah,
you.
yeah,
That's from
yeah,
what
yeah. That little talk, that little talk. No, but on a very serious note, Nagbe, let me make my point here, and then I would like for you to push back. You know, yeah, you're still young in terms of age.
uh
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah, yeah. I'm really up there. God
yeah,
bless me and thank
yeah.
my wife and my children.
Thank you.
They make my life, bearable. And so,
Right. But
I'm enjoying myself, but I'm not so young, bro.
okay, I understand that. But in terms of politics, you have been around
I have.
and you know
Yeah,
the in and out. For
absolutely. You're
me,
talking about
for me, there are only few. There are only few of you
over four
around.
decades of walking the streets
Right.
back and forth in
There are only
Liberia. Yeah.
few. There are only few of you around on mobility that I consider to be linchpin. In other words, holding things together. That would be you. That would be Dr. Francis Chinaway. That would be the likes of Thomas Collins. Now, the other people, I don't know them. And many of you have been around. You have gotten involved into other political party before and have gotten to a higher position, and that political party didn't go anywhere. Here you are, once again, have aligned yourself with another political party and another leader. I think from what I saw that night, from my own observation, and I'll just say as it is, I think if you guys are not careful, we're going to end up the same way the other group you guys had went through. And if you are successful,
A little bit more specifics.
Comey didn't win.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to speculate. I like speculation is my job. I'm very
Mhm.
good at that. That's my PhD. I'm very good at that. But I'm
Very
not going
good.
to do that tonight.
Very good.
And if our mobility wins the presidency, from what I saw that night, I think you guys will be at the forefront of pulling on mobility in a bubble. Because here's the thing here. When you are invited to these conferences, you guys are not small. You know Liberia. You know Liberia history. The conflict in Liberia. Yes, all Liberians, but mainly was between Nima and Grand Jide. If many of our brothers from Nima, many of our brothers and sisters from Nima, many of our brothers and sisters from Grand Union, they died in this war. And many, many other Liberians died as well. You are taking Honorable Musa Ability. He's our brother from the Mandingo tribe. And there's a conflict during the war between the Mandingo and the Crown. He's our brother from the Nima County side. And the conflict in Liberia those days was between, mostly was involved, heavily involved Nima and Grand Gilead. Right now, as we speak, we have many Nibadians in Grand Gilead that have lived there for years. We have many Grand Gileads that live in Nima. In fact, as we speak, one of my first cousins live in Sunny Creek. So we have had these kinds of exchange of we're one of my grandfather is from Nima County, own a town in Nima County. My grandfather from my mom's side. So when I go, I got relatives in Nima County.
Right.
I grew up in Bapa. Okay, I told you already how the Nima people, Nima Kuomba specifically, helped me save my life.
Right.
So I have nothing against them. But here's the thing that I saw that night. I thought the group that was standing behind Musa Ability did Musa Ability and his people this service. It made me to feel that the insensitivity of your group was pronounced. You're coming to a Grand Judah function, knowing fully well what we are, who we are to each other. It's like, because that's some of the things that I was hearing from the table. They came here tonight, they don't trust us. Look at the amount of people standing behind him. And for people like you or like Dr. Francine not to recognize that, I thought it was I don't know. The worst of all, why would Honorable Musa Ability leave the building through the back door? Why was he not able? He was welcomed by Grangians. Before, here's it. Let me get you a little background. Before Honorable Ability coming in, there was a lot of chatter in among us. People were against, people were for, and people called me. You're the chairman of this project. Look at this, and I explained to them. The war is. And one of the guys called me. I said, in your own town, you know how many Gio and Mana people live in that town? You know how many Gio and Mana people children, your sister there, your cousin there married, they got children. That now because Musa Ability coming, that now coming to be Crown and Nima business. So we push back on those things. But for Honorable Ability to come and go through the back door among Grangians, coming to a Grangian function. So even if people were asking for number or begging for money or what have you, that does not mean you need to get out of the place through the back door. So for me, I felt like you guys were very insensitive with what was happening between us. And I truly believe that if this type of thing, if you guys don't try to put these things to a heart, it'll be very easy for you and my own little brother, Timmons Collins, and Dr. Francine to put Musa Ability in a bubble quick, that nobody will be able to reach him. The same thing here we're having with the current president. Nobody can reach him. There's a certain group. If you're not able to go through that group, you can't see him. And this is a man that was running campaign here. He was accessible. People could access his call him or even go ask questions. He came here to Sacramento 2 weeks ago, and they wanted liberal to pay $300 to $400 to go see him for what? They wanted me to send my question to them for them to review my question before his eyes for what? So that day I took my Kisawa leave part. I enjoyed myself. I started watching football again because they have put him in a bubble. And I truly believe that if we're not careful, you guys might find yourself without even realizing that indeed you have put Honorable Ability, someone who is so I consider to be grassroots politician. It'll be a shame if you guys put him in a bubble. Push back. Let's hear from you.
No, I'm telling you this. Actually, I'm not going to push back. I'm actually going to thank you as we are speaking. I'm sharing this to the relevant uh, personnel. I think it's worth watching and paying attention to. I mean, you and I have been in the game for a long time, but nobody can master the game, as you know. So when we get this worthy piece of advice, feedback from a veteran as yourself, we're not going to take it lightly. So I was just sharing it in the various rooms so that our guys in there will watch it and take note. Honestly, it did not even strike me as being overly security conscious. I just thought our guys, Musa is not, he doesn't live here. So when he comes in, most of the young fellows who you saw around him, they help him get around. They're very excited to hang around with him. So I didn't really think of it in that way that it was being interpreted by our friends who invited us as not trusting them and that kind of thing. And now that you're saying it the way you are, I can understand, what you're saying. And so this is something we'll pay attention to. And I want to thank you for that. I'm not getting offended by it, so I'm not going to push back. What I'm going to do is to give you appreciation because, like you say, you're reflecting not just your thoughts alone. These are the collective thoughts of people who were sitting on the various tables expressing to him. Nobody ever came out during the entirety of the program to do this, except you coming out and expressing it. And so that is something that is worth, is worthy of our note. We will take note of it and make sure, we take care of it. I sent it to him directly. He will watch it, and that's something we'll pay attention to. If it suggests that we're trying to cocoon ourselves, that was not the intent. Like I said, most of the guys you saw around him there, those are party officials, party executives, young fellows, yes, but some of them are, are in very high party positions. Like I named to you, one of the guys, a very smart young man, worked with American at the Ministry of Finance. I believe may have worked with either the UN or so. He's like a waste kid.
Yeah, yeah.
He
I heard he's doing a PhD.
Absolutely. He's our, he's our data guy. He crunches the numbers and stuff like that. So he looks young and unassuming, but he was on the stage there with him. He does most of our internal data on the team. He's not alone, but he's part of the team that does that. The other guy, he is our executive, coordinator. He coordinates the entire, diaspora, continental USA. So, we like you and Dr. Richardson, I
No,
were sitting below.
Nabil,
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but like I said, you guys' position, whenever you join a political party, you are not someone that stay in the background. You almost like your face, part of the face of the organization. And the fact that you guys were with another organization before, especially our sister, Dr. Francine, this one, even if you guys win or not, this is critical as far as I'm concerned for you guys' position. Because how these things are carried out, you can have the former colleagues of yours to say these are some of the reasons we didn't, then they try to scapegoat you guys, so to
Right.
speak. And that's not you. That's not Dr. Francine. That's what I'm bringing this up. So I know it's easier to be Monday morning quarterback, which I'm doing now. I wasn't in you guys' position. I don't know what went through the conversation. I know you guys didn't just get on and come over there. I know you have a series of conversation among yourself. But
Right.
as a Grandians, I felt like you guys are very insensitive to our plight. To be honest
Point
with
taken. Point taken.
you. To be honest with you.
Point taken.
And
And
with the people and the old people behind me that were saying these things. And then
right.
to make it worse, for him to go through the back door.
Right.
That just confirmed to them that indeed he has another, you guys have another agenda against the Crown people coming to that meeting. But here's the thing here. you give a generous contribution.
We did.
And on top of that, honorability give us a point that we can stand on. Those of us that consider ourselves political guru, let's listen to somebody who served in the House of Representatives. And these are the kinds of things he think that we need to stand on. And that statement, we can stand on that statement and argue ourselves before the government of the Republic of Liberia. Because honorability is not someone you can say that he's somebody you can sneeze at. Okay? So when he speaks like that, most likely he's speaking from experience and knowledge. So we do appreciate that. Truthfully, I do appreciate it.
Right.
But
No.
I just thought that I asked you guys to come Walter Cutter here making all kind of noise here tonight. I will soon bring them on.
You know, he said at the beginning of this show, he said to send him the link.
No,
I
no,
think.
but that's not how we do
No,
it tonight. Is
yeah.
pretty much you and myself because I asked Mr. Collins, Honorable Collins,
No.
and he said
He's,
that we're gonna come on.
he's accusing you of falsely
Yeah,
boosting my
yeah,
political skills.
you know the
Yeah.
the
What does that
so-called,
even mean? You know,
yeah.
what does that
But
even mean?
but
No,
but Musa
but
Ability took a jab. Forget about jab. He put you the Yula. He put you on the bus.
he did. He did.
I love it. I love it. He put Yula on the bus.
You know, and he did. You know,
Immediately after that, I
and
ran from my chair. They took you on. I said, "Yeah, what you missing?"
yeah, and you know, the two people who were in attendance, the current acting chair of the board of directors, Councilman James Barkley, was sitting right by me.
Yeah, yeah.
And also my wife, who is also the current vice president, was sitting
Hmm.
right by me. So I think they took note. And this is, I'll be honest, I will tell you this. I ever since told the president that I thought, I would support from the back, but I relinquished my active role with the union since November. So because I too have my concerns about the way we're running in the country here. I think the Yola that I know, when you and I were young, when Yola spoke, the whole country stood still and trembled and
The whole
listened.
country,
And
Liberia,
I still think the
yeah.
union can still do a lot of good for our people. But I don't know if we'll ever get there with
But
this current
how
administration.
people gonna
You
think
know,
we're gonna do
so
good one day?
I understood exactly what Mr. Ability was saying. This is not the first time he said that. He really
Yeah, but
believes,
look at what
you know,
happened with the diaspora issue.
yeah.
They're supposed to represent a community. They went over there and started representing themselves. You think Musa they can't see? They said, "Oh,
Well,
my
I
guy."
can tell you this: the if you mean the diaspora return that has been happening, that I think Honorable Wetty is serving on with Dr. Clarice Ford Kula. I know that the first year that they organized it, I was a point person for the union, and so Dr. Kula reached out to me and Eminent Wetty, and we were building a roadmap, but the union has some concerns, and they wrote the organizer, in the person of Deputy Minister now, Erasmus Williams, uh, to clarify some things to the union. That didn't happen. So I know that the union was not actively represented in the first diaspora return. I don't know about this one, if the union was also actively represented, but I felt that is an opportunity that we should all take advantage of. Anything that we can do together to better our country. My concern at the time, which I think still is there is this artificial divide that exists between those of us on this side and our compatriots back home. On the agenda for the first diaspora return was a town hall that Wetty and I were supposed to headline and representatives from the government. To an interactive dialogue, those kinds of things. Continue to hold these discussions in hopes of bridging the gap, between the union and our compatriots back home. And so those are one of the things that we were pushing for. I don't know right now. I'm not paying too much attention. So I don't know this particular one that just ended. I don't know how they got it up and how they ran it. I'm not sure if the union was represented there. I know my wife didn't go, and I don't remember they sending a representative there. But yes, the union, I really believe the union can. The union has a trust deficit right now. I tell you that. Over the past couple of years, I think it has taken a beating. But I still feel that a lot could be done by doing the best we can to rejuvenate it. And I think we should invite him, as even the Shehu Kamara that we succeeded. I push over and over to bring some of his colleagues. If you notice, Steve Bender is on our team. Stephen Binder was on the opposing side. I think he ran against Bobby Brockler as the Secretary General. I pushed for Arthur Wiado to come on the team. That didn't happen. I pushed for Wetty to come on the team. That didn't happen. I felt, after such a bruising, a court battle and all of that, I felt we could build a government of national unity and bring these people in, because no matter what you think, they represent certain constituencies. You bring all of us in and let us together, and build a union. I still hope to this day that it will happen. My wife is still the vice president there. The president and I would talk every now and then, but I'm not a policy advisor anymore. But the union right now, as it is, I can't say that it has found its voice. I'll be honest. It has spoken out on some issues, but I think I
So,
would also falter on some of the issues.
so one,
Uh,
I don't mean to interrupt you. One of the things that I like about this Musa being involved in this uh, high profile position, even if you guys don't win, but his voice, the fact that he's fearless. I'm not going to put in the caliber of Kaluba because Kaluba perhaps doesn't know how to express himself real well, and he
right,
lacks the words to use. And as a result, I mean, he turned to other language that the like of Musa Ability would not use because he knows what words to use that would mean the same thing. Okay, and because of that, his voice in this political arena, the fact that he's fearless and make these points, so he doesn't have to win to be a true leader.
right.
Okay,
Well, I tell you this, liberal. I don't disagree with you that Mr. Ability certainly has brought a lot of issues to the fold, but we think it's not sufficient to just bring the issues to the fold. Like, for instance, Yeke is doing all of that. Yes, when you highlight the issues, we want solutions. We don't just want to bring the issues,
no, I understand that.
highlight the issues.
I'm
So,
not. I'm not.
I'm
I'm
telling
not trying to
you. So,
minimize. I'm not trying to minimize his quest.
right,
In fact, I hope. I mean, I hope that he'll be successful because here's the good thing here. He has seen all
right.
the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's right.
Musa have seen all. So someone like that, void of you and your colleagues putting in a bubble. If you guys don't put him in a bubble and allow him to be himself, any occasion, okay. I'm not saying that you can't protect him because we don't know. We got crazy people from all over. But in any position, in any occasion, you have to allow him to be himself and not trying to stage manage. You guys didn't do it there. I understand that. Okay? And not trying to stage manage. Let him be himself. As you know, he's a journalist. I mean, and that's one of the things the FIFA men was scared of. That Mr. Ability or Honorable Ability are going to use his talent as a writer and fluent speaker to to degrade him, and that was his fear. So Musa, being someone who also grew up in a village, he has both in and out. Let him express himself, and you will find that the educated people will gravitate towards him, that the lower people from the village will also gravitate because whatever language he's speaking. And one of the things I noticed about him that night, he has the ability to speak to PhD level. He has the ability to speak to the Nogo, my type of people, like me, speak
Yeah.
to me. And he will speak real well. And
But
people,
you're in the PhD category now, so
no,
we
no,
just
I'm not,
name,
no,
we
no,
just name the same category.
I
Oh,
beg
you
your,
mean people that will We'll turn them. That was a
We talk
joke.
about them. I said,
He's going to start typing again.
We
But
the
let me tell you this. You're right. I don't know. And again, I would take your word for it. For someone, from the outside looking in, I didn't even think we were shielding him. But if you say it that way, I'm not going to push back on that. And definitely, like I said, we're taking note of some of the suggestions that you're making, and we'll take those into consideration. But I think Musa is a really, he's a ordinary guy.
yeah.
He's
Anybody
which
that
is
you talk to, that's what it
yeah,
says.
he can read a room, and quickly adjust. The program in Philadelphia, he had written remarks. He read a room and tossed them aside and spoke from his heart. He did the same thing at the granular program. He didn't have
Yeah,
a written
yeah,
speech.
exactly. That's
He
what
had bullets on his phone, and he just kind of spoke to. He spoke like a total just woke up. He come to start now. He's I remember Musa was saying, yeah, he was still married for your memory. So he spoke from the heart. But the speech itself was powerful. We haven't talked about that yet. I'm sure we'll get to it. But yes, you mentioned some of the things that he was cautioning Grenadians about. From the Nibayan's own experience with Salametel and all of these groups, and he was basically admonishing the Grenadians to pay attention to what is happening with the Putu
So
Mountain.
let me ask you now. Now that we put all that good stuff aside, and let's talk one on one within the next 10, 15 minutes, so that at
Right.
least I will open the line.
Sure.
What made you to gravitate towards our mobility?
Well, a couple of things. One, first of all, his style of politics, I believe, he is going to change the face of the way politics are done in Liberia forever. I've heard a lot of other candidates now, promising all kinds of development. Liberal, look, you and I have been around. I've been with politics for over 40 years. I've been with the UPP, from PPP days all my life. The CPP was the only group that I ever supported, and I read all the comments here, talking about grasshopping and all of that, that nonsense. I've never joined any other party except the UPP, except for the CMC now. So, Mr. Ability and I worked briefly together on the CPP. I was a campaign advisor, national campaign advisor, when he was chairing the CPP. I saw some of the work that he did. Then, when he announced the CMC, I wasn't really, I didn't know him that much personally. And so, my wife and I were in Monrovia last year, April. He invited us to the Ability Foundation. We sat down, he went through some of the things that he had observed from his time in the house, some of the things that he thought could be done from the house, the convictions that he had built over his time in the house. He was convinced that if any significant change were to happen in Liberia, he believed now it has to come from the executive mansion. Then he laid out, his roadmap on what he intends to do, and that really kind of struck a chord with me. It sounded very progressive, I would come from the
So
progressive community.
let me ask you this.
Yeah,
For those who, and one of them is making that comment here, for those who believe that, oh yeah, they come again, especially like I said, you and Dr. Chinowe, oh yeah,
right,
they come again. They're not taking the lead role
right.
in Musa ability, and most likely might make Musa ability to put Musa ability in the same position they have coming. What kind of reply you got for those kind of people?
So there are a number of things that we felt could have been done differently with the CPP. For instance, what Musa is doing now. Look, and like I said earlier, I don't want to get ahead of myself and speak ahead of the political leader, but I know he has made it public. He intends to touch every county in Liberia in a significant way by way of projects and developmental projects before 2029. We felt that the CPP could have done that, create avenues for young people to get gainfully employed. Mr. Cummings, for instance, is from Maryland. I am from Maryland. Most of our people they like the cassava and farina
But that's
business.
that's I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes.
That's exactly what I thought you people would, because every one of you
Yeah.
that are on our mobility team have a story, that can be connected to many other Liberians.
Right.
I'll give you an example before you go on. There's a young man. I call him my little brother. He's right there with you guys. Grew up in Town Town. They call him Musa Saka.
Okay.
He was there that night. He was at a place that night. He's a big shot now here in America. Big shot. I'm not going to say what position, but he's a big shot now. But he's with you guys.
Yeah.
But
But what does that make you? If your little man is a big shot, what does that make you? You're a bigger shot.
I'm big shot. Yeah. I try my best.
My
But
man, don't be shy because Dr. Tutu then here. You don't want to
I
take
scared of that. I told them before they came on me. Before they came on the President Baga, then he said they seized my passport. No, but anyway, on a very serious note, let me say this. So his father, this young man that is with you guys, his father used to open people's eyes into town.
Okay.
So he was like a big relief in the whole of BI chiefdom.
Okay.
That if you're not able to take your parents to Zwadru or take them to Monrovia or even at that time Tapata, it's not like what it is now.
Right.
But he can open people, take the cloud, what do you call it, cataract, whatever they call it, I don't know the name.
Cataract, yeah.
Or cataract. Take it from people's eyes. So and how much they pay him? Maybe if he lucky, he can get one chicken.
Right.
But the kinds of miracle that he was performing, this guy's father. It was something, we were little at the time. It didn't mean nothing to us. Oh, we know, Mr. Saka can open people out. But as I got older, and now that I'm here in this country and know the value of that this old man need to be honored by many of the people in the total belt for what he did. He needs to be honored. Okay, so I'm saying to you, many of you that are around Musa ability have story to tell,
right,
that can be connected to the Liberian people.
Absolutely.
If you guys do that, you're showing to the Liberian people that not only Musa ability's story you're telling, but those of you that are connecting with Musa ability also have a story. And this is how you tell people you're not going to put Musa ability in the bubble.
No, let me tell you this, liberal, and I totally agree with you because most of us who are around Musa, we are of the people. We are the people. We represent, the plight of the people, the pain, the misery, the suffering. I come from Barobo. I told you this before. Behind River G.
Yeah,
look, just I was in it 2 months ago through the help of the representative Austin Taylor. The first time Keke ever went to Barobo in the existence of Liberia. Yeah, there was a little road that came from Tatuke, Kanwe. I used to walk from Barobo, go to Tatuke, and go to Kanwe again. My my father died young. My little brother, peace, be unto his soul. He just passed 2-3 years ago. We were my mother's husband. My mother grew up with her brothers, my uncles. But they had their wives and families. So the two of us, we took care of my mom. I took, cocoa to Kawiakin to sell and buy kerosene coming back with soap and salt. I did all of that. So I understand, and Musa has committed that when he brings the 26 yellow machine, he's going to direct some of those towards Barobo. My people need road. Even if Musa didn't win and I got my people that exposure to give them that ability to bring the produce to the road and sell and earn a living and ride a car from their house and go to Kawiakin or, Kalokin or whatever, that would have been a win for Barobo. So a lot of us are in this for different reasons. Yes, I'm here to help Musa win. And they call me and ask for my help. And I told him, yes, I'll do the best I can. I'm here. I want him to win. But there are also little victories that are attached to this that we'll be celebrating along the way.
You guys are winning already.
Absolutely, we are.
Yeah, so those are the kinds of things you need to put out there.
Absolutely.
That whether election or not, Musa have made the people, the Liberian people, the winner already.
Absolutely.
That's the kinds of message you need to deliver because he's not sitting down. Yeah. He's not giving people chicken soup. He's not giving people baby top. He's not giving people a sardine. He's building infrastructure for these people. That message, you need to be at the very top of whatever you guys do.
I can tell you this, liberal, and I'm not here to brag or boast, but our numbers are swelling. Right now, it doesn't show on our website and all of that. We get it. There's a particular reason for that, but I think what we're doing is great. Is resonating with the people, and the returns are there. People are flagging, they're signing up.
So let me
You
ask
know,
you the
but
million. This,
we're not going to, yeah, we're not going to stop.
let me ask you the
Because
$1 million question now,
yes,
and then we're gonna wrap it up. How do you guys deal with the Mandingo factor? How do you how
the,
do what are some of
look,
the things that you
Leroy,
guys
I can take. Let me say it this way, right? First of all, Madingo people are Liberian people. That's one.
okay?
Madingo people are no
I just
different.
I just I just give you Honorable Saka
Yeah,
father,
Musa Saka, his
the
father,
kind of work he did
he did in
for
total,
years in
exactly.
total, for years in
Yes,
total. Not you gonna
and,
tell me that Mandingo that because
and
Saka is not a Liberian, that Saka
more
is not
than
from
that,
total.
more
You can't
than
tell me
that,
that we would defend that man. So
absolutely.
let me hear from you. Let me hear from
More
you.
than that, we have a playbook to learn from. What Musa did in District Number 7 in Nimba County, right? In the entire electoral history of that county, even not Prince Johnson got the kind of returns that Musa got in a district that is about 5% Medingo. The rest of those people are not, but he came out with such a resounding victory. And this is from what he's doing now. Those are the things he did for the people, and the people rewarded him. We are betting on that we're going to do that through our Liberia, and our people will reward us. We're not conflicted. We have absolutely no doubt whatsoever. It is resonating. Our people are feeling what we're doing. We're going to the people, going and listening to us, what it is that you guys, what is it that is paining you here most? They tell us some of them school, some roads, some bridges. Some of the women want loans in the market and all of that stuff there. Whatever the political leader, we commit ourselves and we intend to deliver on those, and we're betting that our people will return the favor come 2029. That is just the electioneering thing. Then there is the whole technical thing. I was telling you about my experience with the CPP. We have some problem with the CPP. For instance, poll watchers, we suffered with poll watching. I mean, what can be more sacred than protect the vote? Protecting the vote is one of the most sacred duties. Some polling centers were not watched by any poll watcher except the people who won today. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're not. And that was some of the things that frustrated and kind of flabbergasted us. How is it that we claim to have so much, and people were raising money here, like a whole buttload of money, and we didn't have money for poll watchers? So we're learning from that mistake. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to make sure, first of all, we get the people out to vote. Two, we're going to protect the vote. We aren't going to take anything for granted. So that Mandingo factor is a non-factor. It is a non-factor. The Muslim factor, which you didn't bring up, I will bring it up because it is also a non-factor. What is it that the Christians have done for Liberia so much? We call ourselves so-called the mainstream. We ruled that country for almost 200 years. What is there we got to show for it? Absolutely nothing.
Let them go read with William Yanun book.
Exactly. So we're not perturbed by that. Let them bring it up. We're ready for it. We will debate it. But in the meantime, we'll show our people what is possible, what the government is supposed to do for you. We're showing our people what is possible. And then we tell them we can do more if you give us the opportunity. That's our message.
One last question before. But first of all, again, folks, Samson told I brought up the radio here with me tonight. Our own friend who is the one where you talking about, but now he's different tonight. Tonight he in a different position. But as usual, he will come out here and align himself with a conservative view. But tonight
you're ready for your tabata. But no, I'm ready for you tonight. That tabata will all take back in it tonight. And I will claim over tree. You want to claim with the tabata? I get no time for
anyway, I get that time. Us as member of the CMC. And we thought we'd have a conversation with them. We will continue to do the best we can. Hopefully,
absolutely. And I appreciate the opportunity.
We will ask for the CMC leader himself, or even Dr. Francine, to join us here and have a conversation.
Absolutely.
But let me ask you the last question here,
right,
before we move on. Then I will open the line. I think I'm gonna go over the show. The allotted time here a little bit tonight.
You didn't the CEO approve. You're not the boss now. Let me remind you, you're not the boss. You're not the boss.
Don't constantly sabotage. I'm the board chair.
So is the boss. You're not the boss yet.
I'm the board chair. I'm the board chair. Are you a tell CEO? Either you will tell the board chair CEO. Then you go announce that day on the podium talking about say they come in 2029. We'll take the microphone from certain people. That you able to take microphone from that big?
No, I could see your face turning, and you was shaking your teeth.
By the way, let me ask you on a very serious note. Let me ask you that. Let me ask you that. I believe, and I say me now, I believe that the Unity Party has a standard. They have a way of trying to slow politicians down who they feel that politician is a threat to their position. Not literally, I mean their position. They want to make sure they don't win. What happened if they decided to apply that same method with Musa ability and the gas money?
Yeah, they
And
got nothing.
and decide to say they want to go to court to slow Musa ability down. How can you guys counter that?
They got nothing. They got nothing on us. Look, these people.
But here's the thing, here. Before you say something,
Right.
you will not be able to run campaign while you are in the courthouse.
Yeah, but what courthouse for what? Courthouse for what?
What if it come back and say Musa ability and the gas? You know the gas money, I think what 15 cents, whatever cent.
Look, Mr. Toe, and I understand.
Look what happened to Samuel 12. Samuel 12 flogged them already. Anyhow,
he has.
It wastes their time.
And you know what? Let me tell you something. They say, Wakana baby, but Samuel 12 that baby for us here. When it comes to legal business, that what Samuel 12 did for them, they got nothing on us. If they try, we'll flog. Look, I tell you this. You had to make all the noise, Musa ability with the road fund and whatever. Look, it's been 3 years now. You didn't even had anything, they wouldn't have gone to court. Of course, right now they're trying to squeeze him, Shrimex and Amos 12, LPRC, all that nyama he's doing over there. He wants to bring gas in the country and he wants to sell gas.
I believe he's being audited anyway.
Exactly. So they got nothing on us. And that is one of the beauties that sold me to this man. He said, I know a lot of controversial things have been said, but that's why I'm starting early. I want everybody to, I want to give them the opportunity. That's why we're starting early. Because you saw the speech he delivered. He's getting better at these things because we know we need time. And we think time is on our side. So, yes, we think anything that would have been brought out from the FIFA thing to the road fund, to the Medingo, to the Muslim, all that stuff, look, they got nothing on us. Okay. So if they think they're going to bring something out of left field to slow us down, they missed it. They're joking. We are free, scot-free, and we are moving to 2029. We will give these people the run for their money.
Let me open the line. Folks, the number is there. Give us a call, and let's hear from you. In the meantime, Nabe, you know the rules. Yeah, when we're in the process of talking, the call comes in, we will shut ourselves up and jog down whatever we are, and bring that back when we start again.
Absolutely, so absolutely.
Let's go on to the issue of what this other speculation that is going around, that you guys, including Honorable Musa ability, are in this not necessarily to win,
right?
But because usually Liberia always go second round. In the second round, for you to throw your weight around behind CDC. How is there something into that?
No. I that discussion has not. I've not come across that, but I can tell you this though, Leroy. I mean, we're not going to be childish or infantile about Liberian politics. Since post-war Liberia, only Charles Taylor in 1997, who won by 75% or more. Every other president who has won by cobbling up some kind of collaboration. And we're not going to be stupid about it and come beating our chest and saying we're going to all alone. No, we will. When the time comes, yes, we may collaborate with other people, but that's not what we're in this for. We're in this thing to win. Musa has made it clear. We have made it clear we're going to. Look, this is what we're going to do. After a little while, we're going to commission a poll, and the poll is going to tell us what the people think about what we've done so far. If we think the results are such that we should carry on, we will. If not, then we'll redirect our energy somewhere else, maybe the legislature or something. But we're in it to win. Will there be collaboration? I think that's something nobody should exclude, any sensible person in the Liberian political space, because that is our reality now. You have to form collaboration with some kind of group. But if we came in here ostensibly just to form a collaboration and be a helping verb, like Dr. Luther Tape said, that's not our objective. That's not what we're in this for. And that's why you see us running up and down here. We're doing our own thing so far. You know how many people have approached us for collaboration? If I start telling you now, you'll be shocked. So many meetings, so many people have called on us. They want to collaborate with us. But we think we're not ready. Right now, we think we should make our mark first, establish our identity. And then when we collaborate with anybody, we don't lose our identity.
Let's take the caller. Caller, good evening. What's your name? Where you're calling from?
Thank you, Libra. So, Libra, you deliberately refuse to bring the panelists on so we can push back on the Tapata. You and Mr. Victor Nambe, speech pushing here tonight. Pure Tapata. You first of all talk about your engineering experience and capacity, and you move on Musa Belede becoming president and they putting in the bubble, and then you boosting Mr. Nambe political energy, because yet Musa Belede becoming president and they put in the bubble and all that kind of stuff. Libra, there are two ways to go in Nigeria when it comes to politics. Musa Belede is doing extremely well, helping to develop the country. But don't forget, the Liberian people are not ready yet for Musa Belede to become any close to presidency in Liberia. They're not ready yet. The Liberian people will allow Musa Belede to carry on development. He will be doing good. The people of Nima County, from the place, from the district, from the...
But let me hold you there, because you are one of the panelists here. What from what perspective you speaking in terms of Musa ability not being ready? How is he not ready?
Okay, you ask Mr. Nangwe a particular question that borders around ethnicity.
Okay.
And he tried to.
But okay, when you finish that, I will say my tabata on that one. You will not like it. Even John Daniel, but I will say my tabata. You will not like it.
Hold on, labor. Independence on the floor. Hold on.
Okay.
He tried to play off a little bit, right? The reality is, Liberians that I know, and I'm not being, I'm not a tribalist. I don't believe in all the whole tribal thing. But the Liberia that I know, they are not ready to bring a Mandingo, neither a Muslim to the presidency. That's one you know. It's just go and do opinion poll across Liberia. It will tell you straight up front. They are ready for that.
All right. What else? Mm-hmm.
Two. We have two political parties in Liberia now at this point in time.
There we go.
That are in the forefront of our politics. That is Unity Party and CDC. Don't be anything in
Can you guys win? Can any of that political party win without collaboration?
Hold on, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
To be anything in Liberia, whether vice president or president, I don't know about senator or representative, you have to go through either one of those parties. To be anything president or vice president of Liberia, you have to go through either one of those parties, right? If you're not going through those parties, you're helping for it, according to Jeremiah Pierre, helping for it, right? So you will help by collaborating and giving your little 1 or 2% vote to that party. So in turn, they will make you, give you some ministerial position here and there. If possible, promote one of your candidates for the legislature. You know what I'm saying? But to sit and say at this point that Musa Belede can go by himself and even hit first round, we will have CDC and Unity Party in the race. It's impossible. Difficult, if not impossible.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Walter Carter. Thank you, and that's a good point. We'll leave you there. Again, guys, give us a call here. Walter Carter just made some point here. Let me, and I'll be ridiculous on this one. Liberians. Sometimes they say things that are very, very much. Sometimes they amaze me. Mandingo people got 95% of your economy. They're in control. 95% of your economy is being controlled by Mandingo people in Liberia. And you want to maybe more here? These people are our brothers and sisters. They run the villages, the town, different. If it were not for Mandingo people, your economy is in a whoa.
You know what?
What part of it you don't
You know what,
understand?
liberal? Let me.
Let me take Dr. Toto. Just hold on.
Okay, pour it in together in one basket. The
Yeah,
basket.
yeah. Basket
Put them in the
deplorable.
basket of the deplorables. Let the deplorables.
Hold on that. Let me merge rescue 3. Oh my goodness. What's your color? Okay, hold on, Dr. Toto ahead of you. Go ahead, Dr. Toto.
Yeah, thank you, Liberal. Let me greet Lucia that that way. Yeah. Just to point out some of the point that Winter was sharing. I think if we have to preach the message like in terms of politics or whatsoever, they're trying to leave identity politics out of here. Let be a clear cut message. But we should focus on tribal issue, whether somebody's supposed to, but they go let the identity part of their other pain. Just focus on the message. The person bring the flow. But for me personally, I believe that Musa message is now well resonating with the Nigerian people.
Give us an example, Dad.
His message is the way in which he carried. Let's go back a little bit from where Musa came from. He had a whole lot of issues that they're related to him in terms of when he association with the Unity Party, not the Unity Party or the Liberty Party, and then link the association with ANC with Alexander coming then before the FIFA issue, and then with the war fund issue. So he has not really come clearly to give a clear cut message to address the issue to be laid to rest with Nigerian people. Every time he appears, these days haunting him. It's haunting him. The messages they are not really coming on to the extent that it will persuade the man on the Nigerian people saying, yeah, despite all the development that Musa is doing, not looking at the direction, but that big part, BUT, is an issue for Musa, and I hope
but Dr. Toto, let me ask you this. You have been around. Do you really believe that our mobility will join into this type of situation, the political situation, without having some sort of no knowledge of how to step aside some of the minds that you're talking about here?
If all you have the knowledge to put some of these to arrest, we have not seen it.
Were you not giving some little latitude before you?
We are not seeing it. We are not seeing it from.
I understand that, but I'm asking you, why were you not giving a little latitude, giving some space to see?
We have to see something. We have to see something that make us to jump on the ship that Musa will bring on to come up with clear cut policy to address the issue that affecting his character when it comes to the highest office in Liberia. We are not seeing it.
Okay.
We are not seeing it from him.
Okay. All right. They're listening. I hope they will take note. Thank you very much. Let's hear from. Thank you, Doug. We hope you join us on Thursday. Thank you. Let's hear from you, Rescue 3. Let's hear from you.
Hey, what's here? How you doing?
Thank you.
Mr. Langway, how you doing tonight? To me.
Hello, Mr. Breakable Pal. How are you?
Breakable, the Rescue 3.
Oh, the Unbreakable?
The Rescue 3.
Listen, yeah, not much dishonor. When I say like he dishonor, that doesn't mean like he had a character problem. When I say dishonor, when you ask me about which I look at, because he said that he's from Liberty Party, from one of the party, then he went to ANC, from ANC to the CMC. And he tried to distance himself from ANC, which at that time was CPP. I don't think was fair to ANC. In short, the notion of Nigerian people, we the Nigerians say that particular tribe is not time for them to be a leader, I think it would be very much unfair to them. God know everybody's time, and God know what he got for us. On mobility, being careful of development, and live with the Nigerian people to decide his fate. But for to come to the media to say only two political parties in Nigeria can rule Nigeria, I think would be fair to the other political parties. They can change around at any time. It depends the message that the political party will be carrying out to it. So for to come out today for Kevin to say that usability is not time for Mandigo, but Mandigo make a head FDRC or Mandigo make a head LEC, Mandigo make a be the finance minister, but Mandigo make a be the president. What kind of tabata is that?
The water cutter, he's from upriver. We know that they're from upriver.
Yeah, don't be afraid to us. We from the rescue. We allow every political party to come and vote for our work with determining and getting with the Nigerian to vote for us. But we are not getting to say only Union Party and CDC. Why CDC didn't do what CDC did to the country in the past? The Nigerians were sorry. And the second point I want to make to them is that when you say that something to applaud the government, I think you are being very unfair to the government. The government is too far passing for three or four guilty. If the Sunday two have been free from the identical case, the government put the case that money was stolen from the Nigerian, yes. Money was stolen from the Nigerian people. So Sunday two it was not the Sunday two. Can you imagine? Mr. Nyatue, you are guilty. So are we saying that the rest of the three today that were guilty?
But what was the result? Rescue through. What was the result? Samuel 12 found guilty?
No, Samuel 12 was not found guilty, but the rest of the three were guilty.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say here, one of the things, my last message tonight is to Jordan in the garden and Jordan in the political space. You saw today when Samuel 12 got free from us, the CDC was celebrating. But those guys that were part of the CDC and that can't only up today, they use it as a sacrificial lamb. Thank you for the show, Mr. Toh.
Thank you. Okay. So Nabe is out right now. Again, folks, Samson told Labra Public. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. There's been a lot of back and forth right here. We appreciate all of you. I think he's always the last speaker on our show. Okay, Nabe is back, and we're gonna wrap it up. So Nabe, go ahead. Let's hear from you. You heard.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, I like Esther Clark Fredericks. Clueless. Let me just say, man, why you send a minute link on the show?
Just hold on.
You know,
again 1 minute. Walter Carter, you got 1 minute. 1 minute, and the Chinese phone gonna start acting up. What's on your mind?
I beg you, liver. Look, I am not travelist. I am not saying that
you're not traveling, but you're from upriver.
Okay, so what I'm saying here, and this the fact. Go and do opinion poll in Liberia. Anytime the Liberian people will tell you straight up front, no. And that's the reality. But Toto Lokania and Johnson Lokania say, oh, we can't say. That's the issue. Do you know? Even Musa Belede knows. You think Musa Belede don't know? Musa Belede knows. But Musa Belede is testing the water.
Thank you.
Akko. How many people from other tribes voted for Akko?
Okay, thank you.
Akko party. Let's be very real. Do you know? Even the man Chapatera can be talking. Do you know how much Chapatera feel? How they look at these people? That's something got to talk in our society. We can't hide it.
All right, thank you, Walter Carter.
So
thank you.
It's false and it's true.
Okay.
In a way, and the way you need your number 3 man come on this platform and want to tell me, and you ain't even correcting. There's no way no other political party can come first place, second place with all CDC or Unity Party at this point we're talking about right now.
Okay.
There's no way.
All right. Thank you, Walter Carter. Join me on Thursday or join your friend, the Conservative, tomorrow. Well, yeah, we'll be there too. Thank you. Okay. Before you make that point.
Okay.
As I was saying earlier, in the villages, most of the villages in Liberia, which make up the backbone of the Liberian economy, are controlled by our brothers and sisters, the Manigo tribe. Any shop you go to, many of the shops, I'm not talking about Monrovia because Monrovia pretty much like the Funani and stuff like that. But the Mandingo people, they are in control of our local economy. The Mandingo people, like he said, the finance ministers. The Mandingo people have been to the higher position. But our president said, if they explain themselves well, Liberian will join them. Liberian will join them. Liberian know, but I don't understand.
But LeBron, let me
I don't
tell you, my
understand
brother.
because
Don't say if, because we are
Yeah.
explaining ourselves well, and I know you gotta push your point, but look, let me tell you this quickly. If you want to come back, you can come back. Yeah, I listen to Dr. Toto, and let me just give you a little bit of schooling, political schooling. He's a doctor, I get it, but let me give you a little bit of schooling because I know he's a surrogate for Prince Moi, the senator for Bong.
But what if also Prince Moui want to be senator still, or you want to be president too?
Well, we know he's taking a lot of money out of the government, so obviously he's doing it for some other reason, some nefarious reason, whatever it is. But let me tell you, look, little new secret, maybe they don't know. 1997, Alhaji Jivi Kroman, he ran Alcop in the 1997 elections. Alhaji Kroman only depended on just the Medingo vote. He came third place. Third. Now, the CMC is not, repeat, it's not Alcop. The CMC is not a Mandingo party. I am not Mandingo. Dr. Richardson is not Mandingo. James Yogi is not Mandingo. Jerome Geme is not Mandingo. There are a lot of us in this party. It's not a Mandingo party. But notwithstanding, we'll be counting on the Mandingo vote to push us up. We will do that. We'll be counting on the Nimba vote. We'll be counting on the Bunk vote. So, when they cry more than the Biri, they got to try hard and go above the Mandingo vote. No, we already know that. We have our internal analytics. You think we just get and go to county because we won't go to a county? No. Our data drive us. We don't just get and go to Bong and go to Cape Mount and go to Granjita, So, let me just leave a little nuggets on the table for my brother Keto here and my brother Toto here, and Rescue 3. Rescue 3, I like Esther Clark. He just comes on here and he's shouting and yelling cluelessly. ANC is not the same as CPP. That's not true. That's false. The CPP was what? Collaborating political parties. Collaboration of ANC, Liberty Party, Rescue 3. Go and do your research. I was never a member of the ANC. You say I was a member of ANC. Then I let no, that's not true. I supported the CPP, but I was never a registered member of the CPP. I supported the candidacy of Alexander Benedict Cummings because I thought he had the capacity to change the landscape politically.
Thank you.
That was the reason.
We're completely out of time now.
Absolutely. Let's do it again. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much.
That will be your closing?
Yes, that will be my closing.
Okay, but you're John out tomorrow. What will be all brother to talk about then?
Only the CEO will be here. I tell being with you alone and bring Keto on tomorrow. No, if you send me the link tomorrow is Wednesday, I think I'll be able to join you guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We'll say thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Dr. Toto, thank you very much. Mr. Keto, Rescue 3, and all the other audience members, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you. Again, folks, Samson told Labro Pub Radio. We've been out here now. My guest tonight, Nabe. Victor Namwe, who is a member of the CMC, and one of the high official over there. And I thought they joined me tonight, so we'll discuss some of the things. But my closing will be to let me take Aaron Buffer. Good evening, Aaron. What's on your mind, sir? We're closing. You here to call and laugh?
You know why I'm laughing? I'm laughing because I'm listening to you now. I'm listening to somebody else. How you doing, Mr. Langway?
Nambwe gone already. He left.
Nambwe left already?
Yeah.
No. I'm laughing because I'm listening to you now. I'm listening to somebody else on the show, complaining about the $400 to go to the Sacramento dinner. And then now you're talking about Samuel Twain with and stuff like that. So I don't know why Kerry is not on the show tonight, Mr. So.
No, because tonight was the one-on-one with the CMC group. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I really wanted to, to ask Terry what happened to all the stuff that he was saying. The people got approved. They called it just the minister, the former defense minister. They called the former chief of staff and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. You will be here tomorrow, and then.
No. Let me finish. You stay in Liberia or you here now?
I'm here now, but I'm getting ready to go again.
Where you going for? You're talking against the people that you're going. You keep going down in the phone. People see your passport. And you say, I've been watching stuff for the beginning. So you can't talk against this government.
But where I'm going, I praise them. I'm ready to leave it.
All you're running away. Look, if you listen to Senator Dillon, Mr. To, I ain't meant to take up your time. Senator Dillon were all, I think, OKFM, something like that. I don't know which station you are, I can't remember. But he was saying, your perception, your personal perception of somebody, the way you perceive somebody, cannot win you a case in court. But yet instead, I hear, a smart man like Dualu, sitting on the platform, still saying that the jury the people who are complaining that, we suffer, you stop corruption. Now they're bringing people in front of them who are corrupt. They're finding the people now guilty. I mean, you have no evidence to prove something. You want the people to find the person guilty? It's just mind-boggling. It's just mind-boggling, Mr. Tour. And I'm happy you coming to your senses. You're going back to the Liberty Party now /CNC. We're happy about that. And we'll be proud to receive you in the opposition like the way you were before. We'll be proud to receive you.
Okay.
And what Smith Tobey did to you, 3 or 4 years ago, now allowing you to help, we'll talk to Smith Tobey the next time to allow you to come and help.
But Smith Tobey is not where you're against that.
Who's Smith Tobey?
I think it was a different party now. You know, with CDC again.
Smith Tobey will always be with CDC. Trust me. People, you can't. Right now, the way the country is looking, you wear it, you get green money, you're going to court. So you got to be careful. Now, all you got to get scared.
I tell you, Aaron brother having fun tonight. You will soon call Thursday. You will call and condemn me. I don't want to watch your show again. I don't even come here. You make people nobody want to watch your show again. Then it's tough.
I'm not going to do that because I know you want to wrap up now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Again, folks, Samson told La Proper Rule. This is what we do. Sometimes CDC would turn against us. Sometimes they praise us, but that's okay. That make us who we want to be. I'm with Rescue 3. I'm with CMC 9. Okay. I'm not gonna help them. I'm not with anybody. But anyway, let me close on to say to the like of Nabe and Dr. Chinaway. I think those two people, specifically to Dr. Chinaway, her position in this political arena, specifically aligning herself with CMC, I think is unique. And I will caution all of them to make sure, not necessarily to win, but that they must sell their candidate effectively. Let Musa be himself. Musa not baby. Let Musa ability be himself. Musa ability does not need BBC to explain about Musa ability anymore. Musa ability can explain for himself. When you're having this meeting and going to places, take into consideration the place you're going. Who are those people you're going to see? Oh, Aaron blah blah. They say Smith Toby is with CMC board chair now. So that you Tabata you talking it. But anyway, so this is it. That's it. We want to take this time to thank the people of Grand Gila Association, and specifically the DC Metro chapter over there for hosting us. A lot of food, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gathering. Thank you very much. All of the places we went, we enjoyed ourselves. Um, um, it wasn't like Iowa, where there was no food, no water those days. Now I think Grenadians have learned their lesson, and because of that, they are pretty much in rather than whatever they do, they want to do it so that people will make sure things are done correctly. I want to thank you very much. We'll be back again tomorrow on Mr. Soul Show, and continue to watch us. That's what we do here on Labrador Public Radio. And my offer to CMC still stands. Whether I join or not, I want to help from an engineering standpoint, because many of the things Musability is doing, they are for the future of the country. It has no the bridge that he will put down. Even if you put CMC on it, I don't remember people who are going to be walking on that bridge. People who are going to utilize the end user of that bridge. They are not all members of CMC. They are Liberians. Then why should I sit here and allow these things to happen without me being able to help if I can? Samson told Labrador Public Radio, I want to thank all of you, and I'll say good night to all of you. Good night, folks. Toro na yo, toro na yo, toro na yo.